welcome back to day 2 of my Broadway Cruise vlog. Yesterday was so busy. Oh my goodness, we were at the pool deck almost the whole day, but we got to see some great performances. We got to see Bernadette Peters, we got to see a duets concert where all the different performers from all the different shows matched up together and sang duets. It was great. We also got to eat a lot of food, so the buffet is really good. We were eating a lot of food at the buffet. But anyway, oh, and we can't forget Norm Lewis's ice cream social. That was really good. He actually served us ice cream. That was really great. Today we are docking in Key West. Unfortunately, I made plans before my mom decided to join the cruise, and I made plans with some other people to rent a golf cart. Apparently, the streets of Key West are not made for cars. They're really narrow. And so people usually either rent scooters, they ride bikes, or they rent golf carts, which is what we're doing. So we're renting a golf cart in Key West, and we're going to be going around. I guess what they want to do is, and this is why I'm all about going with them, is that they wanted to try to find the best key lime pie. So they're going on a key lime pie crawl. So that should be really fun. And also they're going to go visit the Hemingway house, and I think that they're going to the beach, but I'm not quite sure. So that should be a really fun day. We also have some Broadway things going on tonight. I think Matt Doyle is performing, and I believe Cheyenne Jackson is performing. So, and there's also like a Broadway movie sing-along with Hamilton. So that should be kind of fun. I'm not sure though if I can stay up that late for that. That's gonna be starting at like 10 or 10:30, and oh my goodness, these days are just so long. I don't know if I can stay up for that, but we're gonna try. Okay, I also forgot that we have theme nights here on the cruise. One of the theme nights is pajama party, and that's tonight. So people are dressing up in their best pajamas, I guess, and they're gonna go be all over the ship. So that should be a lot of fun. Also, I forgot to, Norm Lewis is performing. That's our ticketed show for tonight, and so that should be really, really good. I'm really looking forward to that because I love Norm Lewis. But anyway, that's the plan. So these were my golf cart rental buddies, and they were so much fun. It was Chris, Marilee, Michelle, and Maxine, and they were, like I said, a lot of fun. We rented this golf cart from this little place in Key West, and they had 4 and 6 seaters. We decided to get the 6-seater, and that's us waiting for them to bring our cart around. And when they brought it, I was so surprised at how big it was. This is, like I said, the 6-seater, and I was like, this is like as big as a car. Apparently it's supposed to only go 25 miles an hour, but it was really, really fun. And Michelle did a great job. She was like our driver. She was like our tour guide. She pointed out really nice sights in Key West. And Maxine just pumped some great music through the speakers. It was a lot of fun. Anyway, our first stop for key lime pie, on Pie Day, by the way, was this place called Moondog Cafe. And look at that pie. It was so photogenic. Oh my goodness. Anyway, look at that top. It was so pretty. This was like the prettiest pie ever. And I have to say, I've never tried key lime pie before this. And I was so shocked. Look at the ratio between the meringue and the actual pie. It looked so good. The first thing that I noticed was that the meringue was a little bit stiffer than what I thought it would be, but it didn't matter because when I tasted that pie, the very first thought that came to my head was, oh my God, why haven't I tasted key lime pie before? But anyway, it was a lot tarter than I thought it would be. I thought it would be a little bit sweeter, but the filling was a little bit on the tart side. If you like tart pies and pastries, you would love this. And oh my goodness, that burnt part of the meringue was just absolutely delicious. It had like a nice charred flavor to it. And that pie was actually very rich and very good. If you like tart, this is the pie for you. It was so good. The next place that we went was called Four Marlins, and it was on the beach. Now they had a very different looking key lime pie. This one looked more like a cheesecake than a pie. And if you look at it, the pie to topping ratio was like 50-50. So I was really surprised about that. Anyway, the texture of the pie was what was very different about this, what I really liked. And you know, as you notice, it's not as flashy as some of the other pies, but that's okay because actually the key lime portion of the pie was probably the best that I tasted because it was so creamy, so smooth. It had such a great texture, and it was a lot sweeter than the one from Moondog Cafe. And as you notice, the top was very dense, and it even had like a lime zest to it. It was so good. This pie I liked a little bit more than Moondog Cafe. Anyway, the next one that we went to was at Blue Heaven. And Blue Heaven look at that meringue. That one was like a spectacle. It was so big and so tall, and look at that meringue on the top. Oh my goodness, there was like so much meringue and just very little pie. But anyway, as you can see, the meringue is a lot softer and a lot, fluffier than the other ones. And the filling was a little mix between the two. It was a little sweeter than the one from Moondog Cafe, but a little bit more tart than the other one. The top, though, was really good. I liked that burnt top. It was really good. But this one was a little lighter pie, and it was kind of between the two. So anyway, out of the three pies, the Moondog Cafe was probably like the densest pie that we tried. The one from Blue Heaven was like the most fluffy, but I really, really liked the one from Four Marlins. I thought that this one had the best taste and the best texture. After all of the pie that we ate, we had to go to the Hemingway House and Museum, which was actually really interesting. Aside from all the artifacts that we saw, all the pictures and all the stories of Ernest Hemingway, which that is his real typewriter, by the way, the most interesting thing that we saw were all these polydactyl cats. And apparently the Hemingway house is known for polydactyl cats, which are cats with an extra claw, as you see in this video that I took. Apparently somebody gave Hemingway a white polydactyl cat named Snow White, and all the cats on the property are descendants of that one cat. And it was so much fun finding all these cats and interacting with them. They were so friendly and so cute. We had a great time in Key West. Like, we did the key lime pie crawl for Pie Day. It's actually Pie Day. It's 3/14. That part of the day was really great, and then I came back and we saw several great concerts. We started off with Cheyenne Jackson, and it was a little chaotic in the beginning, I have to say, getting in. But once we got in and the concert started, it was really great. Cheyenne Jackson told a lot of funny stories. He's really great. His voice is just incredible. So that was really a lot of fun.
If the sky that we look upon should crumble and fall, or the mountains should tumble to the sea, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me.
Norm Lewis was our second one, and we had assigned seats for that, so that was a little bit easier to get into. But Norm has just this amazing voice. I've always loved his voice, and on top of that, he sang my very favorite song, which is I'd Rather Be Sailing. Oh my goodness, that's like my favorite song, and he sang it, and nobody else seemed to know that song, which was odd. But anyway, he sang that song, so I was so happy.
Open sea, I'd stand there inhaling if I could, feeling wild and free.
The thing that I really like about the concert, and I was telling my mom, was that the two performers that we saw, Cheyenne Jackson and Norm Lewis, they were both so different. Cheyenne Jackson is a little bit more contemporary, he does a little bit more contemporary theater, whereas Norm Lewis does a little bit more classical theater. He does the Porgy and Bess, he does the Les Mis, he does like, Phantom. So he has that kind of classic voice, whereas Cheyenne Jackson has like the fun, really like modern type voice, which they're both really good in their own ways. But it was nice to see them kind of back to back. back so we could see the difference, and both concerts were amazing. We did get to eat dinner in the main dining room, which is Indigo, and that was such a huge difference. We had previously just been going to the buffets, and we went to Indigo, and it was like such a huge difference. Unfortunately, I did have like a little bit of a mistake that I told the waiter. I told him that our show started at 8 instead of 8:30, so we really had to hurry, but the food was really, really good. So anyway, it was a really great day. This is now day 3, I believe. Is it day 3? No, I think it might be day 2. I think it's just day 2 of the cruise.
No? Oh, of the cruise itself.
Yeah. This is day 2 of the cruise. I can't believe it. It's like, it seems like it's been going on for a very long time. But that's, I think, because we have so much going on every day. But it is only day 2 of the cruise. We only slept here 1 night, which is unbelievable. But anyway, so it's day 2 of the cruise, and it was really fun. I did a lot of really fun things. There is like a Hamilton sing-along going on tonight, where I was gonna dress up in my pajamas because that's the theme. But I'm so tired, so I think I'm gonna go to sleep. I don't know. It's a shame that I brought the pajamas and I'm not gonna wear them, but I am just exhausted after today. But anyway, that's day 2. See you later for day 3.